Hello, adventurers! My name is Byron, and welcome back to the third episode of Doki Doki Literature Club. Nothing terrible has happened yet, but I have a feeling that something is going to go awry in the very near future. It's just that foreboding feeling. And as I said before, this has got like the same vibe that like Madoka Magica has, where like the first three episodes are, yeah, let's do this. And then by like what is it the third episode? I can't remember if it was the third episode or the fourth episode. I think it was the third episode in which everything just like, whoa, wait, did that just happen? Oh no, we're in for a ride here. So let's see exactly where this takes us. I'll support you so you can carry me. Do 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 do. They're all A-Doki-Doki-Dorable. This game is not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. That's that's definitely a thing. All right. Load. Um, that's not. Well, I wouldn't really know. What do you mean? Don't you share your manga with your friends? Could you not rub it in? Jeez. Ah, sorry. Hmm. Like I could ever get my friends into reading this. They just think manga is for kids. I can't even bring it up with them being all like, you still haven't grown out of that yet? Makes me want to punch him in the face. Ugh. I know these kinds of people. Honestly, it takes a lot of effort to find friends who don't judge, much less friends who are also into it. I'm already kind of a loser, so I guess I gravitated toward the other losers over time. True story. True facts. Yeah. So I still wonder, like, if this here is just because of, like, the decisions I made in writing that poem. Again, I'm doing this, like, one right after the other because I have the time to do it right now, so the last couple of episodes have all been, like, the last couple of minutes for me. So if you've already explained that to me somewhere in the comments, which I don't get a whole lot of comments right now, so I'm not sure if that's a thing that's going to happen anyway. I'm sorry. I'll update it when I can, or something. I don't know. But I really think that this is all just because of all the decisions that I made in that poem. But it's probably harder for someone like you. Huh? Yeah, that's pretty accurate. Wait, which part? I mean, I feel like I can't even keep it in my own room. I don't know what my dad would do if he found this. At least it's safe here in the club room. Except Monica is kind of a jerk about it. Ah, I just can't win, can I? Well, it paid off in the end, didn't it? I mean, here I am, reading it. Well, it's not like that solves any of our problems. Or my problems. Maybe. But at least you're enjoying yourself, right? So, the Adoki-Doki-Dorableness is showing. I am, I am, I am humbled by its power. Jeez, that's enough. Are you gonna keep reading or what? Y- yeah. I flip the page. Suddenly, Natsuki starts laughing. I totally forgot that happens. Natsuki puts a finger on one of the panels. Minori is my favorite character. You always feel a little bad for her since she's so unlucky. But it gets especially bad when, I shouldn't be talking about that yet. No spoilers. No spoilers alerts, Natsuki. I am reading this for the first time, and it's going to be great. We're reading this together. No spoilers. Just finish this chapter. Natsuki's voice sparkles with excitement. It's a stark contrast to her usual bossy tone. But if she's not used to sharing her favorite manga with her friends, I can understand why. It's hard to express in words the feeling when you get when connecting with somebody like that. And being able to provide that for Natsuki, for whom it's a rare experience. The thought makes me smile to myself, just a little. Okay, everyone. Eh? Are you all ready with today's poems? Oh, we haven't even read them? I'm sorry. Maybe it has nothing to do with... Maybe I was just something that was going to happen anyway. Oh, come on. Could your timing be any worse? Sorry. I just need to make sure we have enough time. Though, you do look pretty cozy over there. Eh? Natsuki suddenly notices how close she's gotten to me. She hastily slides herself a good 12 inches away from me. Alright. Guess I'll stop here for now. I close the book and hand it towards Natsuki. You're just giving it back? Don't you want to know what happens? Yeah, but of course I do. Monica just said, don't be dumb. Just take it home with you. Eh? Is that really alright? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you didn't take it home. Just finish that one before tomorrow so we can start on the next one. And if it gets bent, I'll kill you. But by tomorrow? I only got part way through the volume so far. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this. But I suppose it's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face. Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it? More scared. I'm more scared. Where did that accent come from? I don't know. Alright then. I stand up. I return to where I put my stuff and I carefully slip the book into my bag. By the way, did you remember to write a poem last night? Sure did. My relaxation ends. I can't believe I agreed to do something so embarrassing. I couldn't really find much inspiration, so since I've never really done this before, well, now that everyone's ready, why don't you find someone to share it with? I can't wait. Sayori and Monica enthusiastically pull out their poems. Sayori's on the wrinkled sheet of loose leaf torn from a spiral notebook. On the other hand, Monica wrote hers in a composition notebook. I can already see Monica's pristine handwriting from where I sit. Natsuki and Yuri reluctantly comply as well, reaching into their bags. I do the same for myself. Who should we show the poem to first? Natsuki! We've had such a connection with her so far, like with all the manga and all that stuff. Let's go. Let's do it. Natsuki. Yes. I told Natsuki I was interested in her poems yesterday. It's probably only fair if I shared mine with her first. Okay. We'll start with the things I don't like. First of all, Natsuki rereads my poem. Never mind. I don't feel like giving you my opinion. Then what's the point in sharing in the first place? I wrote this when I could have been doing other things. In fact, I remember how I said I wanted to read your poems? That's what I had in mind when writing this. I wanted to help you feel comfortable enough to share yours. Like Monica said. Uh, well, I would be more comfortable sharing my poem if yours was really bad. You were supposed to show me some dumb poem and make me go, ha! Well, it's not that great, but let me show you what real literature looks like. And you went and ruined it. I hope you're happy. I tried. I thought you would be impressed at it. So in other words, you're saying you liked it? Natsuki's retort gets caught in her throat. You're so... You don't understand anything, do you? I already told you that you don't have to go announcing it to the rest of the world like you're all self-important. Pretty sure you never actually said that. I say that mostly to myself. Natsuki must really hate me or something. I can't figure out if it's a win or a loss that she liked my poem. In any case, you still need to show me yours, right? Fine, I guess. Only because Monica will make me if I don't. Eagles can fly, monkeys can climb, crickets can leap, horses can race, owls can seek, cheetahs can run, eagles can fly, but people can try. But that's about it. Yeah. I told you you weren't going to like it. I like it. What? Just be honest. I am. Why are you so convinced that I wouldn't like it? Well, because everyone in high school thinks that writing has to be all sophisticated and stuff. So people don't even try to take my writing seriously. But isn't that the point of poems? For people to express themselves? Your writing style wouldn't make your message any less valid. Yes, exactly. I like it when it's easy to read, but it hits you hard. Like in this poem. Seeing everyone around you do great things can really be disheartening. So I decided to write about it. Yeah, I understand. But the other nice thing about simple writing is that it puts more weight on wordplay. Like, I set up for it to rhyme at the end, but then I made it fall flat on purpose. It helps bring out the feeling in the last line. So you did. I guess more went into this than I realized. That's what it means to be a pro. I'm really glad you learned something. I didn't expect that from the youngest one here. Did you? Oh, didn't expect that from the youngest one here. Did you? Yeah, guess not. I decided to humor her with that last comment. I don't really care about how old everyone is, but if Natsuki is feeling proud, then I won't take that away from her. Next. Yuri. What's up, Yuri? Yuri stares at the poem. A minute passes, more than enough time for her to finish reading. Oh. Sorry. I forgot to start speaking. It's fine. Don't force yourself. I'm not. I just need to put my thoughts into words. Hold on. Okay. This is your first time writing a poem, right? Yeah. Why do you ask? I just kind of like picked words, and they happened. They just kind of like fell together. Apparently they're not too bad. I'm just making sure. I guess that it might be, after reading through it... so it's bad? No. Did I just raise my voice? Oh. Everyone's so A-Doki-Doki-Dorable. I'm sorry. Yuri buries her face in her hands. I couldn't help but notice that it's been several minutes and we haven't really gotten anywhere. It might take Yuri a while to get used to new people. It's fine. I really didn't notice. What were you saying? Ah, right. It's just that there are specific writing habits that are usually typical of new writers. And having been through that myself, I kind of learned to pick up on them. I think its most noticeable thing that I recognize in new writers is that they try to make their style very deliberate. In other words, they tend to pick up a writing style separate from the topic matter, and then they form-fit the two together. In the end, the result is both the style and the expressiveness are weakened. Once Yuri finds her train of thought, it's as if her demeanor totally changes. Her stammering is completely gone, and she sounds like an expert. Of course, that's not something you can be blamed for. There are so many different skills and techniques that go into writing even a simple poem. Not just finding them and building them, but getting them to work together is probably the most challenging part. It might take you some time, but it all comes with practice, and learning by example, and trying to figure out new things. I hope that everyone else in the club gives you valuable feedback. Natsuki can be a little biased, though. Biased? How? Well, never mind. I shouldn't be talking about people like that. Sorry. It's fine. I'm not sure if Yuri is apologizing to herself, to me, or to Natsuki. Do you mind if I read your poem now? Please do. I'd love to share my thoughts and processes behind it. Yuri smiles dreamily, as if it's a rare opportunity for her. Which itself is kind of funny. After all, isn't this supposed to be a literature club? Ghost under the lights. The tendrils of my hair illuminate beneath the amber glow, bathing. It must be this one, the last remaining streetlight to have withstood the test of time. The last yet to be replaced by the sickening blue-green hue of the future. I breathe, calm, breathing air of the present, but living in the past. The light flickers. I flicker back. That was really good. That was really good. I'm sorry to have such terrible handwriting. What? I wasn't thinking about that at all. But it took you so long to read. Well, I just don't read script very often. I actually think your handwriting is really pretty. That's a relief. Also, I like your poem. Even though it's short, it's really descriptive. It wasn't too short? I usually write longer poems. Not at all. I'm really glad you liked it. I'll be honest, since it's our first time sharing, I wanted to write something a little more mild. Something easy to digest, I suppose. Are you into ghosts, Yuri? Actually, the story isn't about a ghost at all, Viren. Really? I must have totally missed that point. Well, I suppose you did only glance over it after all. But remember that poets often express their own thoughts, feelings, and experiences in their work. They usually do more than tell a simple story or paint a picture. In this case, perhaps the subject of the poem is only being symbolically compared to a ghost. Lingering in the past, lingering in her last remaining piece of comfort, unable to let go of the past, and soon to be left with nothing. That's a lot more solemn, putting it that way. I hadn't even thought of that. That's impressive. It's nothing, really. Well, it makes me happy you think that. Just remember that I won't be long before you... Oh, excuse me. Just remember that it won't be long before you... Just remember that it won't be long before you pick up on these things, too. Yeah, maybe you're right. I guess I'll have to keep trying. I'm counting on you. Sayori. Oh my goodness! This is so good, Byron. Eh? I love it. I had no idea you were such a good writer. Sayori, you must be seriously overreacting. I'm not a good writer at all. I honestly have no idea what I'm doing. That's true, I just like pick random words. It's like, here, word soup. Digest. Well, maybe that's why. Because I have no idea what I like either. Jeez. Yuri's opinion was way more constructive than this. Are you sure you don't like it because I wrote it? Well, I'm sure that's part of it. Don't just like it because I wrote it. I think I understand you better than a lot of the other people, you know? So when I read your poem, it's not just a poem. It's a Byron poem. And that makes me feel extra special. That makes it feel extra special. She potentially does too. Like, I can feel your feelings in it. Sayori hugs the sheet against her chest. You're so weird, Sayori, and I'm definitely senpai. I'm really happy that you wrote one. It reminds me of how you're really part of the club now. Not to mention the fact that I'm standing in front of you in the club room. Well, of course. I'm not really into it yet, but that doesn't mean that I'll break my promise. See? It's like I said before, Byron. Deep down, you're not selfish at all, you know? Trying new things like this for other people, that's something that only really good people do. Thanks, Sayori. I'm not sure if Sayori sees the full picture of my motive here. Then again, I can't deny that she's part of the reason I joined. Knowing how much this means to her and all, yeah. And I'm gonna make sure you have lots of fun here, okay? That will be my way of thanking you. Alright, I'm going to hold you to that then. Yay! Now, you'll read my poem too, right? Of course. Don't worry, I'm really bad at this. Hehe. We'll see about that. Dear Sunshine, the way you glow through my blinds in the morning, it makes me feel like you missed me, kissing my forehead to help me out of bed, making me rub the sleepy from my eyes. Are you asking me to come out and play? Are you trusting me to wish away a rainy day? I look above, the sky is blue. It's a secret, but I trust you, too. If it wasn't for you, I could sleep forever. But I am not mad. I want breakfast. Sayori. This is just a guess, but did you wait until this morning to write this? No. Just a little bit. You can't answer just a little bit to a yes or no question. I forgot to do it last night. Well, at least it makes you feel a little better about yourself. That makes you feel a little better about yourself. I am apparently a jerk too. Hey, video game Byron. I'm Byron. We're both jerks together. That's great. Well, at least that makes me feel a little bit better about myself. Don't be mean. I still tried my best. Ah, yeah. I didn't mean to say it was a bad poem. It came out nice. Or, how should I put it? It sounds just like you. Really? Yeah. Especially the last line. I made eggs and toast. Even though you were late for school? It's bad to skip breakfast. It is. It's bad to skip breakfast. Most important meal of the day. I get all cranky. Well, I guess there's no point in arguing. Hey, they're finally unloading me. I can feel the ba-dum-ba-dums. Anyway, thanks for showing me. Hee. This was so much fun. Monica's the best. Ah, yeah. But next time, I won't forget. And I'm gonna write the best poem ever! Well, I guess I look forward to it. Who should I wonder who I should show this to. That desk right here. What's up, Monica? Hi, Byron. Having a good time so far? Ah, yeah. Good, glad to hear it. By the way, since you're new and everything, if you ever have any suggestions for the club, like new activities or things we can do better, I'm always listening. Don't be afraid to bring it up, okay? Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Of course, I'll be afraid to bring things up. I'm much better off just going with the flow until I'm more settled in. Anyway, I want to share your poem with me? It's kind of embarrassing, but I guess I have to. Don't worry, Byron. We're all a little embarrassed today, you know? But it's that sort of barrier that we'll all learn to get past soon. Yeah, that's true. I hand Madoka my poem. I like it, Byron. Really? It's a lot cuter than I expected. Oh, jeez. No. It kind of makes me think of something Natsuki would write. And she's a good writer, too. So take that as a compliment. If you say so. Yep. By any chance, have you read anything by Shel Silverstein? Eh? Maybe a long time ago. He's famous for telling all kinds of stories in just a few simple words. His poems can be funny, endearing, or even sad. And sometimes they're only a few lines long. They might even feel like they're written for kids, but when you think about them, they can express views of the world that would apply to anyone. I see. So you're saying that Natsuki is kind of like that? Sort of. Maybe she's not an expert, but you probably won't find much filler in her poems. They might be easy to write, but they're super challenging to get the meaning through, so I can see why it would be your kind of poem to explore. I'm sure I'll end up trying different things a lot. It could take a while before I feel comfortable doing this. That's okay. I'd love to see you try new things. That's the best way to find the kind of style that suits you. Everyone else might be a little bit biased toward their own kinds of styles. But I'll always help you find what suits you the most. So don't force yourself to write the way everyone else wants you to write. It's not like you to have to worry about impressing them. It's not like you have to worry about impressing them or anything. Anyway, do you want to read my poem now? Yes. Yes, I do. Don't worry, I'm not very good. You sound pretty confident for someone who claims to be not very good. Well, that's because I have to sound confident. That doesn't mean I always feel that way, you know. I see. Well, let's read it then. Whole in the wall. It couldn't have been me. See the direction the spackle protrudes? A noisy neighbor? An angry boyfriend? I'll never know. I wasn't home. I peer inside for a clue. No! I can't see. I reel, blind, like a film left out in the sun. But it's too late. My retinas, already scorched with a permanent copy of a meaningless image. It's just a little hole. It wasn't too bright. It was too deep. Stretching forever into everything. A hole of infinite choices. I realize now, I wasn't looking in, I was looking out. And he, on the other side, was looking in. So, what do you think? It's very freeform if that's what you call it. Sorry, I'm not really the right person to ask for feedback. It's okay. Yeah, that kind of style's gotten pretty popular nowadays. That is, a lot of poems have been putting emphasis on timing between the words and lines. When performed out loud, it can be really powerful. What was the inspiration behind this one? Well, I'm not sure I know how to put it. I guess you could say that I had some kind of epiphany recently. It's been influencing my poems a bit. An epiphany? Yeah, something like that. I'm kind of nervous to talk about deep stuff like that because it's kind of coming on strongly. Maybe after everyone is better friends with each other. Anyway, here's Monica's writing tip of the day. Sometimes, when you're writing a poem or a story, your brain gets too fixated on the specific point. If you try so hard to make it perfect, you'll never make any progress. You'll just force yourself to get something down on paper and tidy it up later. Another way to think about it is this. If you keep your pen in the same spot for too long, you'll just get a dark puddle of ink. So just move your hand and go with the flow. That's my advice for today. That's good advice. That is good advice. Remember this. Finished, not perfect. And that's something I have to remember too with like writing or making any type of videos or anything like that. Is finished. This is finished. It's done. But it's not perfect. And it's not going to be perfect. It's never going to be perfect for everyone. But if you keep going over it and over it and over it again and again and again, you're just going to like discourage yourself, I guess. So it's finished, but it's not perfect. That's my advice for today. Thanks for listening. Phew. Well, that was a long episode now, wasn't it? So we're going to continue this in the next episode. Again, I still have that like dark and foreboding feeling that something absolutely terrible is going to happen soon. And I keep saying that at the end of every episode because I know this is supposed to be a horror. Like, this is supposed to be a horror game. I know that this is going to be absolutely terrible very, very soon. And, like, all of these characters that we're growing to, like, love right now and be attached to, that's what this is. That's what it's doing. It's trying to attach us to these characters so that it can do absolutely terrible things. I know it. It's going to be great. And again, as I said before, I like anime. I really do. I like anime. I like all of that type of stuff. And I like horror. Horror anime is my favorite of the anime. So this is like all of my favorite little niches in one. And I am super excited for this to get as deep as I am expecting it to get. So come on by for the next episode, which should be posted sometime shortly after this one. I'm going to try to make sure that these ones are pretty close to each other when they get uploaded. So anyway, come on by. Let's continue this adventure later together. Anyway, take care. I love you all. You're all fantastic individuals. And I'll see you in my next episode.